So I don't know when or why she decided to do what she did, but that's not my fault, and I don't know how that equals I killed her. What happened after that? Yeah, I didn't never hear from her. I text her baby daddy as soon as I woke up this morning, like, hey, she good? You got her? That nigga like, no, I haven't heard from her. I haven't heard nothing. Have you? I'm like, no, I haven't heard. So I don't know when or why she decided to do what she did, but that's not my fault, and I don't know how that equals I killed her.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight I'm going to be doing somewhat of a reaction video to this video that I seen, and it kind of touched home for me because number one, I had a friend, like a really close friend of mine, die in this same way. And to see the woman who was at the center of it, the way that she talks about her friend and everything like that, it's just so disheartening. So basically what happened is a girl left her friend, I guess, on the freeway, and her friend ended up dying. And then the girl's explanation to why she left the friend to pretty much just die, she just literally had no remorse, no recourse. And it's just like, I don't know, with friends like that, who needs enemies? I have no idea, but I'm going to jump into the reaction. But before I jump into the reaction, you know I have to plug my black business, which is neekatnight.com. So be sure to check out neekatnight.com for all your quarantine and chill needs. I have new pajamas that arrived on neekatnight.com. Be sure to check out my website to check out the new arrivals. I am wearing one of the new items that I have available as well. So be sure to go and check it out. All right, so now let's look at this video. This video, it says, never trust no one. Girl leaves her drunk best friend to die. Imagine calling someone your best friend, but she leaves you in the middle of a busy highway at 3 a.m., drunk and helpless to be ran over and killed by a car. Catherine Scott and her best friend, Keela Smith, planned a day of chilling, drinking, and smoking while cruising the city. Catherine's brother tags along for fun. Keela gets wasted over the course of the day, more wasted than usual. Catherine records Keela in the passenger seat of the car, slumped over, knocked out, and uploads the video to her IG story, a sign that their partying was way too much for Keela to handle. At 3 a.m., the car breaks down in the middle of the highway. Keela gets into a heated argument with Catherine's brother. Fed up, Catherine calls for a ride to pick them up, but Keela demands to use Catherine's phone to call her child's father to pick her up. Catherine's ride arrives, but Keela insists she's not going and would rather wait for her child's father to pick her up. Way too frustrated to put up with Keela's drunken ways and behavior any longer, Catherine and her brother hop in the car with their ride, leaving Keela on a busy highway to fend for herself. Safely in the seat of her ride heading home, Catherine posts a status on Facebook saying, "I can't do no drunk bitches." Catherine's status solidifies the ending of she and Keela's friendship. Meanwhile, Keela takes off running in the fast lane of the highway and is struck by a vehicle driving 60 miles per hour at 3:47 a.m. She's pronounced dead on the scene. California's first responders shut the highway down for the remainder of the day. Later in the day, Catherine gets the word that Keela was struck by a car and killed, so she posts a series of photos of she and Keela from the day prior of them hanging out with the caption that reads, "Rest up, baby girl." Moral of the story, never trust a soul, not even your best friend. So this is the video that was posted, and this is her explaining what went down and what led up to her leaving her friend on this highway.
That's why bitches can't ride with me. Bitches can't even hang. What? She done got her some big blinks and don't know how to act. Bitch can't even stay up.
Okay, so as you see that, she's like, that's why bees can't ride with me. They can't even hang. You know, she had 2 blinks and she can't even stay up. So she does a series of, I think these are Snapchats or something. And it shows them in the car. You know, they were drunk, hanging out. She's playing music, so I'm not really going to play it all the way through. But, you know, her and the girl, it shows like a recap of them hanging out the day prior. Let me try to skip through some.
We'll never draw the Range Rover.
She kept showing off her gun. And then she shows off the friend who ended up passing. That's her right there. And then, you know, she's listening to music. So then she ends up showing her off again. Hold up. There she goes again. That's them two hanging out. Okay. And so because of the music and copyright, I can't play it all the way through. But I'm going to get to the part where now she's explaining what happened. And you guys can hear how she literally has, like, no remorse at all.
Rewind. I was in Laughlin or Arizona or whatever. Like, y'all seen it like a week ago or whatever. Keela was there. Keela came with the homegirls.
Just to catch you guys up, so you're not lost. Keela is the woman who lost her life. So when she says, I was in Arizona and Keela this, Keela that, Keela is the woman who she's explaining why she left on the road and how, you know, she left her and the girl ended up losing her life and dying.
Rewind. I was in Laughlin or Arizona or whatever. Like, y'all seen it like a week ago or whatever. Keela was there. Keela came with the homegirls. The homegirls pulled off and left Keela in Arizona. Me being me, the bitch that I am, I filled up my gas tank with my motherfucking money and drove the bitch back to Las Vegas at 3 a.m. to make sure her babies was straight, period. And then drove all the way back because she wanted to go back. So then, like, everything was cool, bro. What? We been cool. I be popping up at the bitch. Well, it been cool. Like, shit been cool or whatever. I was coming to California. I didn't invite nobody. I didn't need nobody to come with me. She wanted to come. I can't even see my screen, so I really can't see the comments. But she wanted to come to California, so that's cool, whatever. We didn't even really have no plans. We would just be on bullshit. We went to Palmdale. We was up in Palmdale. And then, like, shit, we was on bullshit all day, chilling, whatever. And motherfuckers cannot sit here and tell me she was loaded because, hold the fuck on. Do y'all be loaded when y'all take a motherfucking football like this? Do y'all be loaded off y'all ass when y'all take a football like this? Because this is all she took, and she took it at 2 p.m. So
I don't do drugs, so
anywho,
I don't know
fast
what
forward,
that's gonna do to you.
It was like 1 a.m. and Marquila like, oh, can you take me to Moreno Valley? I need to pick up some money. So me being me, yeah, of course I could take you. So me and my brother and Marquila, we on the way or whatever. And we was like low-key like an hour and 15 minutes out of Palmdale. We was only 30 minutes like away from Moreno Valley. The car broke down. So the car broke down. We on the side of the road. We chilling in the car because we got a ride coming or whatever. Marquila ass, she drunk as fuck on God. And I ain't never seen no liquor do that to nobody. I don't fuck around with liquor, so maybe that's why I don't know. But I ain't never seen nobody act that way off no motherfucking liquor, bro. She get out the car tripping. Like, they...
She's saying that she never seen nobody drunk off of that, like that on no liquor. But if she took the liquor plus whatever a football is, what is a football to the people who do drugs in the comments? I don't even know what, is that a Xanax? Is that a perk? What is that? I don't even know. But maybe just having a football, maybe that don't have that adverse effect. But if you mix the football with alcohol and whatever else, then yes, you're going to be more loaded than you normally would be off of just one or the other. If you concoct a bunch of stuff, then yes, your system might not interact with it the same.
Her and my brother start tripping. She calling them all type of bitches, whatever. They getting into it. They going at it, whatever. That's on them. So then she cool, right? She cool. She like, let me use your phone to call my baby daddy. I give her the phone to call her baby daddy. Like, here, no problem. She call her baby daddy, but she's so loaded. The bitch say, not even the bitch, because I'm not disrespecting her, but that's how I talk. So she call her baby daddy, and she like, yeah, I need you to come get me, but I'm finna take this bitch phone. Bitch, what bitch? Snatch? What? Give me my shit. You're not finna take nothing, and now you can't even call the nigga no more. I'll call him for you. What? On speaker. So, bitch, shut up talking about I'm lying. I can't even see my comments, but I could see that. But anyway, so the bitch like, yeah, she told her baby daddy come get her, whatever. We into it. The whole time I'm still on the phone with her baby daddy so he could hear the shit. Her baby daddy knows how she get down because he get on the phone with my brother like, oh, she's just drunk. This is how she get when she's drunk. That's cool and all, but I don't have to deal with that. I'm not a babysitter and I don't drink. I don't do none of that, so I don't have to deal with that, period, point blank. So anyway, fast forward a whole motherfucking hour and 15 minutes because our ride took an hour and 15 minutes to come from Palmdale. We all at the car. It's only 3 of us. We're all 3 at the car. Marquila go, what the fuck did she do? For when she went to the trunk, she opened the trunk, she started getting her shit. That's cool, whatever, get your shit. So then I'll call her baby daddy back like, hey, we finna leave. Marquila don't want to go with us. Are you coming? You have to come get her because I'm not driving with her nowhere. Like, acting how she acting. I told him that several times. I'm not finna drive to, wherever, Vegas. Like, I wasn't finna drive to Vegas at 3 in the morning. I was out. So, I tell him to come get her, whatever. This nigga like, all right, I'm gonna come right now. I'm finna come right now. Drop your location. Sent the nigga the pin. I got the text messages to prove that shit. This nigga say, oh yeah, I just put the babies in the car. I got the baby in the car seat. I'm on my way. Mind you, my ride still is an hour away. It takes an hour and some change. So we all right there waiting. She's supposed to be waiting for her ride. I'm waiting for mines. You feel me? So mines pull up first. My brother is telling her, chill out, chill out. We all kept turning up or whatever. So then our ride pull up or whatever. I'm like, bro, just come on, like, get in the car. Because for one, I don't never leave nobody no motherfucking where. Ain't never left nobody nowhere. So then I'm like, bro, just get in the car. She tell me she not finna get in the car, but we could fight. And she said, but I'm finna wait for my baby daddy. I'm waiting for my baby daddy, bitch. I'm finna wait for my baby daddy. For one, I'm not finna beg no bitch to do nothing, and I'm not finna fight no bitch neither. So, bitch, if that's the options, fight or leave you here to wait for your baby daddy, cool, I will leave you right the fuck here. And then motherfuckers is saying I left her. That is a grown-ass woman. I didn't leave shit. She had the same opportunity to get in the car that I had. Nobody didn't tell Marquila you cannot get in this car. Matter of fact, I told her, Marquila, get in the fucking car, and she didn't want to do that. So then, what happened? Oh, look, even... For one, my phone is through it. I can't even see none of this shit. I can't even see the screen. Why? Because Marquila on some drunk shit broke my shit, threw it in the street, in the freeway. Threw my fucking car keys in the freeway. My brother had to go look for my keys in the freeway. Whole time, y'all, Marquila was the one driving the car. Marquila come back and say, what keys? I never even had the keys. I never even drove. Sis, you just drove us all the way right here. You drove until the fucking car broke down. What do you mean? So then... I get the keys back. My brother go find the keys or whatever. We back in the car chilling. We're just chilling. All of this is going on before the ride even pulls up. This is all before the ride even pulls up. We're just right here waiting. So then when the ride did pull up and Marquila said she wasn't getting in, she was waiting for her baby daddy, I'm still a good ass homegirl, bitch. What? I gave that bitch the key to my Benz. Left her with the car. Like, hey, the car don't work, but you could sit right here and wait for your nigga, though. You could sit right here in this car and wait for your nigga. And I don't know what happened in between time or after time. I pulled off. That's what the fuck I did. Yes, at 3 in the morning, I pulled off and took my ass back in the house where I belong. So, I don't know when or why she decided to do what she did. But that's not my fault. And I don't know how that equals I killed her. What happened after that? Yeah, I didn't never hear from her. I text her baby daddy as soon as I woke up this morning. Like, hey, she good? You got her? That nigga like, no, I haven't heard from her. I haven't heard nothing. Have you? I'm like, no, I haven't heard shit. I said, but I'm finna go look for her, though. I'm finna go pull up on my other car.
She just don't sound like... I mean, I understand she telling her side of the story or whatever, and she saying her friend was drunk and belligerent. But it just ain't even like, you know, like... Even if all that went down, like, that's when people feel like the most fucked up about the situation, when they have words or whatever. Like, she just seemed like a I don't give a fuck, oh well type of attitude, which is like, damn.
Yeah, so I left. Yes, I did. I will say that shit in capital letters, lowercase, however the fuck you want me to say it. Left. Yes, I did. I will say that shit in capital letters, lowercase, however the fuck you want me to say it. Yes, none of it. And I don't care for it either. Because it's fucked up. All that shit that happened to her is fucked up. But I'm finna get off live because I don't owe y'all nothing. I told y'all what the fuck happened, and that's what happened. And if it wasn't,
Okay, so that's her version of the story, and it cuts off right there. After she told her version of the story, there was several people who said that her version wasn't the truth. There was people in the comment section who said that, you know, quite the opposite happened. A person commented below under the comments and they said, you are a effing devil. My homegirl know your ass and this is what the fuck really happened. Number one, that ain't your brother. Number two, y'all drugged her, robbed her, took her gun, made her strip, and pushed her out the car. Another driver saw her running naked on the freeway before she was hit. You and that nigga going to jail. Dumb hoe, you wasn't her best friend. You was trying to come up off of her and got her killed. These are facts you won't be able to get out of. So that is what somebody commented down below, saying that, you know, her version of events was not the truth. And they are alleging that she actually robbed the girl. And that's what led up to the death. I don't know what happened. I mean, I could just, you know, give you what is presented. When things like this happen, the true tea is normally in the comments. There's always going to be somebody who knows somebody who speak up on the situation. She has been tweeting on her Instagram or posting on her Instagram, and she has been putting up posts because people were saying that, you know, I guess she hit the girl or pushed her or something. So she replied and she said, nobody but me and the detectives have access to the video everyone wants to see of me supposedly throwing the bitch. This is her friend that just died, mind you. She said, of me supposedly throwing the bitch, but I'll post it tonight when my page is on private. She then says, y'all are sick-minded. Stop asking to post this video. Let me go private first. And then she says, I'll post the video in an hour. So get your last laughs before I post. I'm going private. And after I post, I'm deleting all social media. So I guess there is allegedly a video of her supposedly throwing or pushing her friend. And so she's saying that the detectives have access to it. So it's just a whole mess of a story. And again, you know, this hit home because a lot of the places, a lot of the cities and stuff that she was naming is in close proximity to me. When I went to her page, we have several mutual friends. Like, I don't know this girl, never met her a day in my life, but you know how you have mutual friends of people that you don't know. I don't know her, but we have mutual friends of each other, and I'm like, damn, this is crazy. It's a crazy situation, and it's such a sad and unfortunate way for her other friend, who I also don't know either, for her to lose her life in that manner, and for the girl to kind of talk about it as if she don't give a fuck. She like, I show y'all the video of the bitch. Like, I'm like, damn, the girl is resting in peace, and you were the last person to see her alive. Like, you know, it's just crazy how she's talking. What can you guys make of the story? What do you guys think about this? What do you think about her friend? What do you think about what she's saying? And what do you think about the comment that somebody had left under there that says that they robbed the girl and what she was saying wasn't true? What do you guys think about that? And then in addition to them saying that she robbed her, and then now her posting and saying that, you know, there's this video of her supposedly throwing the girl and all of this kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just a mess. What do you guys think about it? Let me know what you guys think about this story down below. Outside from this story, I want to know, have you ever been put in a situation where you kind of had a night where you had a friend, you and your friend had a disagreement, and it was based on some alcohol, and you guys had, you know, a bit of a tiff? I had a situation, and I'm going to give you guys a quick story time, but before I get into my story time, pause the video, give me your thoughts on this topic first, this situation. Then after you do that, then I'll jump into my story time. But first and foremost, Keela, I don't know you, but I just want to say rest in peace to you. Condolences to your children, your family, and the people who were affected by the way that you lost your life. I had a very close friend of mine who lost her life on the freeway, getting hit by a car, walking on the freeway. And, you know, her death still bothers me to this day. She was one of my road dogs. So, you know, it's sad that you had to go out like that. And it's sad that this girl who you were last with is talking about, you know, I don't know your character. I don't know what type of person you are, but I still don't believe that you deserve to go out like that. I feel like that was, you know, jacked up. So condolences to you and your family. Now, with that being said, I'm going to give a brief story time. It has nothing to do with this situation, just a story time of a time where I was out with a chick. And, you know, she was drunk. We had a disagreement because this story kind of stems from a drunken friend having a disagreement and being caught in the dilemma to like leave them or not leave them. So I'm going to give you guys a quick story time. Again, this is not, I rest in peace and give my condolences. But, I just want to give you guys a quick story time because this is the story that popped up in my mind as I was thinking about this. And I was just like, dang, I would have felt bad if I would have left the girl who I had a riff with. And if, she would have lost her life, even though she made me mad or whatever, we had a disagreement. Here's that story time. And let me tell you, the girl that I was with literally made my blood boil. But the type of person I am, I just couldn't leave her in LA, couldn't leave her stranded. It's just not on my character. So basically what happened was I was at a mansion party in Hollywood, and as I told y'all several times, I used to go to a lot of industry parties, a lot of celebrity parties, a lot of, who's who industry mixers or whatever. So years ago, and this was before I even had my daughter, this was years ago, Polo the Don, he's a producer, he used to have all of these mansion parties, and all of Hollywood would be there. It would be like Rob Kardashian, Chris Brown, Megan Good, Lloyd, Akon, just like everybody who's a who's who used to be at his parties. And so, and there was several celebrities who would have these same parties with a lot of these industry people, but this one in particular, it was Polo the Don, and I was at his place. And so I was invited by this other guy that was, a producer or whatever. He had invited me out to the party or whatever. And so I had this girl who used to always beg me to take her to Hollywood. She would always be like, you always go to Hollywood. You never take me. Like, I want to go, blah, 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 blah. And so, like, whenever I would go to Hollywood, I would always be selective as far as, like, who I would take with me to Hollywood, because number one, I was pursuing modeling, I was taking it serious, and I would use these mixers as a means to network and progress my career. I wasn't on no hoe shit. I wasn't, so I wouldn't bring nobody who didn't know how to act around certain people, who carried themselves in a certain type of manner. I wouldn't bring them around me. Like me, like it's time to turn up, where we mix with mingle and we turn up with celebs, and then it's times where it's industry mixer places where you're not gonna come here and act a fool. So I would be very selective as far as who I would bring with me. So this girl, she kept begging me to take her. And she's a pretty girl, but I just never hung with her before. So I finally let her go with me. We go to the party. So we're at the party, and while we're at the party, I know a lot of, industry people. So even if I go with somebody, I'm always bound to know somebody else there. Like, I'm bound to run into somebody that I know and spark up a conversation. So that's pretty much what happened, and she disappeared. So I hadn't seen her for a while, and I'm like, damn, where did she go? But I'm just like, okay, I'm just doing my thing. I'm just chilling, mixing and mingling and talking to the person who invited me and talking to several people, and I'm mixing and mingling around. And so, I remember too, it was the singer. He was there, and he was like, he had came and he had pulled the guy to the side that I was talking to, and he had told him that this girl had went and took a water hose in Polo the Don's one of his rooms and wet it up with a water hose or whatever. And so I'm like, dang, that's crazy. But I'm not thinking it's the bitch that I brung with me. So, I guess, they're trying to figure out something. So then I guess she left out of there after she did that. She had left out. So then the guy, he had came to me and he was like, I'm not putting you out. Like, you more than welcome, but she has to go. I brung her there, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, damn, so I gotta leave too. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'ma just, I apologize. She did that. That's crazy. I'm like, why the fuck? Who would do some shit like that? Like, why would she do that? And me, I wasn't even aware that this girl had started doing drugs. Like, I didn't even know, because I don't do drugs. I don't do none of that type of stuff like that. I sip, drink. So I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm just so baffled. I'm like, and Polo, the way that his mansion was, if you ever seen on these houses where they have, indoor, outdoor houses, their indoor opens up, and so basically his side of his house like opened up to where you can kind of have the indoor outdoor feel, and then one of his bedrooms, it opened up the same way. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but whatever. You can open it up and it's kind of like, you know, indoor outdoor to the pool, but it's like a bedroom, but you can open it all the way up. So somehow she got a water hose in there and she wet it up weird. Who does that? I don't know. So so he walking, and then I remember it was she was at the door and she was coming in, and so I'm looking for her because they're telling me like what she just did, and I'm looking for her and we're looking for her, and as I'm walking to look for her, you know, and I think it was like her sister or something, they had came in, and he had answered the door or whatever, and we all hear somebody knocking from the garage. This bitch had went inside his garage, and when we opened the door, like they opened the door and I'm standing like right there, so we opened the door, she was in there and had been going through his shit in the fucking garage. So I'm just like, bitch, I don't be on no stealing shit. I don't be on no thief shit. I don't be on no weirdo shit. Like, and then I brung you, so then people gonna think that I'm like that. I was livid as hell with her. I was livid because I don't be on no grimy shit. Like, I take what I do seriously. I take my reputation seriously. And so, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, people gonna think like if I come around, I'm gonna be on some, you know, some grime. I was livid. But even in that situation, she lives in the same city that I do. I picked her up from here, so I was just so pissed off. Like, I wanted to beat the fuck out of her. Like, I really wanted to beat the fuck out of her, but she was out of her mind. I had realized that she had took something. She was off of, I don't know what type of drug she was off of, but being that I was sipping, she had started to sip too. So mixing in alcohol mixed with whatever she had took, it just was not, you know, it just was not a good combination. So I'm just like, I'm pissed off. I'm calling, you know, I'm calling mom. I literally called my mom. Like, I was so fucking pissed. And then she like, you know, well, you know, just bring her back. Like, don't leave her there. And it's just not in my character to just leave somebody stranded, especially an hour away. But, you know, even then I was tempted, like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Like, you really got me fucked up out here. And now you done put me in a situation to where, you know, people gonna look at me sideways because I done brung your ass, and that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't do drugs. I don't do this weirdo shit. I don't be, you know what I'm saying? But even in that situation, as mad as I was with her, like, I was literally, like, just thinking about it got me pissed off all over again. But even in that situation, I was so mad at her. I didn't leave her stranded. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bitch, you know, like, don't try no shit because I will beat your ass. But being that I know that you're not in your right state of mind, you know, I'm not about to even go there. You know what I'm saying? But bitch, stay right there on that side of the car. Don't say shit to me. I'm gonna drive you home, and that's just that. So for the duration of the ride, you know, I just made sure that I talked to somebody so that if, you know what I'm saying, I end up getting into it with this bitch, fighting this bitch or anything, you know, somebody know what happened. But I still didn't feel right in my conscience. Just the type of person I am, I'm just like, I just still couldn't just, you know, just leave her stranded because I knew she wasn't in her right state of mind. So I just say that to say, you will have situations where you can get into a situation to where you like, listen, after this, I'm never fucking with this girl ever again. As far as the girl that I had a dealing with, like, after that, I'm never fucking with you ever again. But you know, you at least want to make sure that the person makes it safely to their destination, and then from there, don't fuck with them no more. And you know, if it makes you feel comfortable, because even me, I'm thinking like, if this bitch tries something while I'm driving, that kind of put me in a situation to where, you know what I'm saying, like, she do some stupid shit while I'm driving, that kind of put me in a way. Don't, you know, I don't know, just don't leave people stranded. Because, you know, if something happens to them, if something was to happen to her, that would have been on my conscience. Even though she did some foul stuff that night, it still would have been on my conscience. Like, damn, like, you know, if I would have just took her home, you know, something like that girl in the that I just showed y'all. She didn't have no remorse, no nothing, and I'm just like, damn. Like, even the people who made my blood boil, I wouldn't even want that to happen to them. Even the people who, like, I got in a situation with her, I wouldn't want that to happen to her, or her life to end like that. I just know not to mess with her. But I don't know. Y'all leave y'all comments down below. What do you guys think about the story that I showed you of the girl who left her friend to die? What do you guys think about in terms of being with your friend? Maybe they're drunk. Maybe you guys have a disagreement. But what happens in that moment when it's time for one or the other to get home and you guys are in the car together and y'all just got into a disagreement? How do you guys handle situations like that? Let me know what you think about that down below. Also, don't forget to check out my website, neekatnight.com, spelled just like my channel, so you can get all of your quarantine and chill needs. I have new items on the website, and I also have items that were out of stock back in stock. So definitely go check out neekatnight.com. And that is all for this video. Let me know what you think down below.